Hey folks, welcome back. This is James. I'm the unofficial mayor of Cowboy Country. So glad you are here. I don't really like doing this video because I'm essentially saying that these are the worst football stadiums that I have seen so far. I've seen over 60. Understand that there's going to be some smaller schools on here. Couple of them are Division I schools, and the reason I'm putting them on there is because I expect more from them. So I'm holding them to a higher standard. Where, like, for example, the honorable mention one I'm going to put on here is University Mary Hardin Simmons. Hardin Simmons is a very small school, okay? But I'm putting them on here because on the visiting side, there are no bathrooms and there are no concessions. Zero. None. You got to do better. Even just have a food truck, man. Give people something to eat and a good place to sit and a place to park and call it good. All right. Number 5. McMurray University. Now, I read an article about from the best to the worst stadiums in all of Texas, and they had this one as number 1, or they had this at the very bottom of the list. I don't agree with that. McMurray's a small school. It's got this kind of old school feel to it. I'm going to ding it for not having concessions and bathrooms on the visiting side, just like I did with Mary Hardin Simmons. But if you go back and watch the video, I'm going to give them credit for, on the club and suite level, off to the side, they actually have this like balcony area where there's like seats and like an umbrella, and outside an umbrella, and you can sit out there and eat food and watch the game, and it's actually really cool. I also give them credit for having a lot of parking for such a small school. So that's why I didn't put them number 1. So McMurray has some good things going for them. They're putting their money into their students. They're building a brand new student union. I saw that when I visited the campus. So it's not bad. I mean, it's not obviously Alabama or Florida State, but it's good. It's a private school. It does what it needs to for their people. Now, number 4, New Mexico. Now, you're probably wondering, if you've seen the New Mexico and New Mexico State video, why I didn't put New Mexico State on this list. Because New Mexico State has a lot of parking. New Mexico State has seats all the way around. They got tons of logos everywhere, lots of concessions. New Mexico I'm putting on this list because of the track. And if I put that in this, you'll see a point where you'll see this line, and the left side of this berm is football, and the right side is the track. They need to get rid of that track, move it away from the football stadium, and do either an upper deck or a club and suites on the opposite side, and then use the remaining space where the track was for parking. New Mexico's in the Mountain West, for crying out loud. They need to do better. Because the opposite side, the side with the club and suites, looks really good. If they could do the same thing on both sides, this stadium wouldn't be on this list. Trust me. Number 3, UTEP. The idea of it being built into the mountains is really cool and everything, but the entrances are not great. And there's not a whole lot of parking around it. And I didn't see a whole lot of chairback seats. And all that all the fans are I should say the vast majority of the fans are exposed to the sun. So your early games in September are just going to be awful. They need to put some kind of canopy or something. If they're not going to expand the opposite side of the club and suite area, they need to put like a canopy or something to provide some kind of protection for the fans. It's just, that's not good. Number 2, University of Texas Arlington. Now, they do have concessions on the you've got the club and suite side, and then on the other side, they do have concessions and bathrooms there. That's good. I know. I used one of the bathrooms firsthand. I know. It just looks like a glorified track. It looks like a glorified, like a really good track and field stadium. And essentially that's what it is. Apparently they don't even play their football games there. Now, here's the thing. I would put if I had the list up, I would put an asterisk next to UT Arlington. Because the city of Arlington took what used to be the ballpark for the Texas Rangers and converted it into a football stadium. That's where their XFL team plays. Why not, since the XFL is in the spring, why not let the University of Texas Arlington play their football games there? I think it's, I forgot the name of it. It's either Comanche or I'll put the name down here, Cherokee or something like that stadium. Let UT Arlington play there. For crying out loud, you got a 40,000 seat stadium that's really, really nice. The XFL plays in the spring. Let UT Arlington play there. It would solve all your problems. And you probably get a lot more fans coming to the games. So, anyway, number 1 on my worst stadiums. I mean, for crying out loud, I could have put Incarnate Word on this list, but it wouldn't be nearly as bad as this one. Why? Because the one I'm about to show you has stands on one side of the stadium, and that would be Houston Baptist. What were you thinking? You got stands on one side, and on the other side, it's a CVS, a pharmacy. Make them move. Move them across the street. Put some seats up. For crying out loud, the side that you do have, it looks pretty good. You got decent concessions. You got decent bathrooms. You got decent amount of places to park. Their overall athletic village is pretty nice. Your baseball and softball are close by. Your track is nearby. It looks like half a stadium. It's just not good. That's not good. Finish it off. At least have a capacity of like 10,000. I know you're a private school, but you could advertise to the public. You're in Houston, for crying out loud. You know, fans of football. You know, I mean, there are high school stadiums in the state of Texas that are nicer than what Houston Baptist has, and that's sad. Your players deserve better. So, anyway, if you're wondering why I did not put Kansas on this list, Kansas at least has seats on both sides, plenty of good concessions, plenty of good parking, and Kansas has probably one of the nicest indoor practice facilities I've ever seen. So that's why Kansas is not on this list, if you're wondering. So, and they've got plans to upgrade their stadium. And the good thing about Kansas is all the underneath, all the major beams and stuff is covered in concrete. And so you could add on to that stadium easily because the structure underneath is very solid. So, anyway, if you are new to the channel, please hit like and subscribe. I've got to do some laundry. I got a lot of schoolwork to do today. So, I do want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, especially my subscribers. Welcome to the new people. We just got some new subscribers lately, so welcome aboard. And don't forget, in a couple weeks, I'm going to Florida with my awesome fiance, and we're going to go see Florida Atlantic, University of Miami, Hard Rock Stadium, and hopefully Florida International as well. I want to get them because from the pictures at least, it actually looks like a soccer stadium, but it's actually the home of the Florida International Panthers. So, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you for watching. I love you guys, and as always, go Pokes. Bye.